Hi, Chrislee. My name is Matt Gress, and just wanted to respond to your post this week about issues related to addiction. I think this is such a relevant and important topic for all of us who work in the human services field, whether that's in pastoral counseling or school counseling or private practice or any other helping field. We're going to encounter people who have addiction issues. It might be in our own personal lives, family, friends, church members, colleagues. It's just such a pervasive issue in our society that it's so important that we know as much as we can. We may not be addiction specialists or, that might not be the thrust of what you do, but it's so good to know, the basics and also how to refer, where to refer, what to do, what best practices are, and really good information and not some of the, myths or misinformation that have come and gone throughout the years. And so I like how you start off right off the bat that says substance use disorders are some of the most common disorders a church will experience. And, that's an important point because, we kind of think of, substance abuse as being out there, so to speak. But, man, there are just as many people in the church that struggle with these issues. And they often struggle in silence and in secret. And which, is such a shame because I look at the church as a place like a hospital. I look at a church as the place where we should be, most able to be honest. But, when it comes to certain issues, including addiction issues, people that struggle with those often feel shame and they feel afraid. For multiple reasons. And sometimes they just don't know what to do or who to talk to. They might even just fear judgment or, whatever. But for some reason or another, we're not able to sort of come clean and be as honest as we should in church sometimes. But I think what a cool thing, like you talk about here, that the church could bridge the gap between the different communities, the recovery community, and our spiritual services and all the other things that we do in church. And that's true. And you say though that in order to do this, the church really needs to have an understanding of what causes addictive behaviors. And I think that's where it gets a little tricky sometimes because there are multiple reasons. Even here in Colin's book, Christian Counseling from 2007, starting on page 660, and it goes on for several pages, he lists out several different reasons, all research-based, all evidence-based reasons that we see. Of course, biological, heredity influences, certainly, and because some people just are born with more propensity toward that because of family history that has been passed down throughout the years. Or it could be family influences, home or family influences. It could have been the way you were brought up, the attitudes within your own family, the things you saw, maybe trauma that occurred in your life, or just being around a culture of alcohol or drugs. It could be your current family and their role in just alcohol use. He also goes on and talks about, society's role and social cultural influences. So there are so many different reasons that sometimes people get confused or they don't know what to do. And then, unfortunately, sometimes people are judgmental when they don't understand causes. And certainly we need to hold people accountable, but there's also an area for mercy and grace and understanding. I look at things like family and all the different reasons that we can see that might lead to addiction issues as, like I said, reasons more than excuses. And so if we understand reasons, we can work to get better and to move forward. If we make excuses, we just kind of stay where we are. So yeah, I think it's so important that we learn more and that we learn as much as we can about the underlying causes of addiction and then try to bridge that gap. Chrislee, thank you for sharing this week. I could talk all day about this issue. I deal with it a lot at work. So hope to talk to you more throughout this course.